Yeah, sort of my initial reaction is one of disappointment, really, from the way we started the game. Conceding so early in the game, I think, gave us a mountain to climb. And at this level, when you concede then a second goal after 21 minutes, you're really asking for trouble. So I think disappointment is my initial reaction, but then a sense of pride towards the effort in the second half. And I think we deserved a goal. You know, I don't know if we deserved anything from the game, but certainly felt like we deserved a goal.
Yeah, when you talk about giving up those 2 goals so early in the first half, what's your message to the team just on the bench to keep them focused? Because it could have easily gotten out of hand very quickly, but they stayed in it, they kept fighting, they kept pursuing opportunities and chances. What was your message just on the bench during that first half?
Well, I didn't think we were playing poor, and that was probably the disappointment, because I felt we had a foothold in the game and we were well organised, and it's just really 2 individual moments where they've got in down the sides and we've not dealt with crosses in the second phases. So I think it was just explaining to the group that we're still in the game, and that just keep believing in the way that we're trying to play the game, and hopefully we'll create some chances. And we did create chances, but of course, you know, the problem we're struggling with right now is sort of taking those chances.
It really did look like almost a tale of 2 halves. Even though you didn't score in the second half, Indiana State was the aggressor.
Yeah.
You look at the stat sheet, 11 fouls on the weekends. You had 4 corner kicks. You guys were really pressing it in the second half. What was your speech at halftime to the team, and what did you see out there that was different that second half?
Yeah.
First half?
Well, you were afforded the luxury to gamble a little bit when you're 2 goals down. So when you're chasing the game, you can sort of aggressively press and you throw caution to the wind. So it was natural that I expect us to play with a little bit more freedom and be loose, and I was expecting a reaction. That's what we got. I think the thing that we're trying to teach our players right now is that to give yourself a chance to win a game of soccer, you've got to be a little bit more aggressive on the front foot to start games. We almost wait for the opposition to sort of establish a rhythm before we get going. So my message is really sort of, can we be the team that starts games a little bit quicker, a little bit sharper, and can we be the team that can get our noses in front and get a goal early, just like Valparaiso did today?
You can see the frustration on Mackenzie Kent out there. She had 3 opportunities to score. Wasn't able to put any of them away, but she's giving you those opportunities up top. Talk a little bit about just the play of what she's brought to the team up at the forward position, and just kind of what her mentality is out there on the field.
Yeah, it's a really difficult for the kid, because she's getting in good areas, and typically you worry for a player when they're not creating chances or they're not getting the good areas, and Mackenzie is. So we think that she probably needs to take some of those chances for her to feel more confident when she gets in on goal. The hardest thing to do is recreate those moments of practice and make it realistic. So we try to give her finishing moments during the week to prepare her, but you can never recreate those moments like you would do in a live game. And she's taken it pretty hard. But we told her, like, it's not just on Mackenzie. We've got to create more chances for other players as well. You can't put the pressure just on one player.
It just feels at certain times like the dam's about to break. At some point, that ball's going to go in the net, and then you're going to see 2 or 3 or 4 go through. How do you talk to your team after a match like this, just to kind of keep them focused, keep that confidence level going? Because we still have a lot to play this season.
Yeah, 8 games left, and Iowa will be a difficult road trip, and I think that what you're seeing in the conference this year is the results are all over the place. Anyone can beat anyone. So there's a lot of points up for grabs, and it is about being positive because you're only 2 games in. I think the worst thing we can do is feel sorry for ourselves and start thinking that sort of luck's against us. I think we've played well enough today to give me reason to believe that we can go to Iowa really confident, and that will be my message to the group. Just stick with it, stay with it. Let's be a little bit more detailed in the days leading into that, and we'll go again. We'll go again next week.
Longest conference road trip of the season coming up with the trip to Drake and to UNI next week. How do you prepare for a trip like that? What is kind of the mindset mentality going to be this week? Because it will be a shortened practice week with you leaving.
Yeah,
on
it will.
Wednesday.
That's probably the hardest thing about it. Really, is the preparation days, long road trip, as you said. It'll be having individual conversations with players and building confidence on the bus and having an individual time for players. The body of our work will really only be sort of Monday, Tuesday. But you can see we're a little banged up, so for some players that will be a really good thing, and for others they'll want to get after it, of course. But I think we're okay. I think we've had 2 good weeks of training, so most of our work has been done in preparation for Iowa, and I think we'll be ready for the games. Yeah.
Gotcha. You've only played 2 matches so far in the Valley, but what's your perception at the Missouri Valley so far, just from what you've seen?
Yeah, what I expected it would be that the margins for error are really tiny and you can get punished on the smallest mistakes, and that's the way it felt today, really. Sort of 2 good moments for Valparaiso and 2 goals, and probably that ruthlessness of the Valley is the thing that I'm learning very quickly, that if you don't take your chances, the opposition's going to have a really good shot at beating you that day.